Next morning, sunlight fills the room and wakes me. I groan, hoisting the blanket over my face. I feel awful. I barely got any sleep the night before. Everything that happened last night crashes down on me like a tidal wave. I groan, running a hand over my face. This is going to be a long day. Hey Pongo, at least I got you, right? The Pongo blinks at me. He cocks his head. He gives me a little nudge with his face. If we ever do decide to return, right? Can we take Pongo with us? Sorry, I'm fine. The Pongo's face settles into a worried expression. I sigh and sit up. The Pongo squeaks as he rolls down my chest and onto the bed. Sorry, little buddy. I pick him up and place him on my shoulder. I'm ready to go downstairs and meet the others. How about you? He frowns. That sounds like a no. He gives me a look, indicating that he's still not entirely convinced I'm entirely okay. Wow, damn. Pongo cares about me. I'll be fine. Let's just go. Even so, it feels difficult to even get out of bed. I force myself downstairs, but no one else is there yet. Suddenly, I hear a clatter of footsteps. My stomach swoops with anxiety and hope. Part of me hopes it's Leanna. The other half doesn't, because I'm not sure how to act around her. This is the weirdest part, right? Like, we've broken up, but we still have to hang out with each other, right? Unless Leanna decides to, like, leave suddenly, but that would be kind of weird too, especially with the others. They would certainly think and know that something is up. But like she has been here with us on this journey for so long, right? It would be strange that she will leave suddenly, even after breaking up, because her reason for breaking up wasn't that she doesn't like me anymore or hates me or whatever, right? If that was the reason, then I can understand her leaving, right? But that's not even her reason for breaking up with us. So I'm pretty sure she wants to stick it out, and because she still cares about me, wants to see me off home safely, right? She wants to complete this mission with us together. It's just that, no, she wants to save herself the eventual, or she wants to suffer as little pain as possible when I do leave, right? So she's trying to minimize her pain, and to some extent I can understand that. But goddamn, that is gonna make shit awkward as hell right now. Cause like, this is like, imagine if you're like on a holiday with your significant other, boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and then you get into a huge fight, you break up, and then like, well, I guess you booked the entire, like, you booked it for like 2 weeks, right? And you broke up with each other after the 5th day on the holiday. You're like, well, we're still stuck here for 8 days, I guess. What the fuck are we gonna do now? Like, it just becomes awkward as fuck. It's just sort of, we're not forced to be together here, but we're still staying around each other, hanging out with each other and all that, right? So yeah, and our breakup is kind of special too, right? Sometimes you have bad breakups where just either one doesn't take it well, or both don't take it well, or whatever, right? And both are hurt. Or sometimes you have breakups where it's just amicable, right? Both people agree and understand that, like, okay, this is best for both of us. So yeah, that usually makes things a little less awkward. But here, there are very special circumstances, because we want to be together, but there's this other sort of outside reasons, right? External force that prevents us from being together despite our feelings for each other, which want us to be together. But hey, I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but at the very least, awkwardness will be everywhere, that's for damn sure. But I see a pair of black boots and then a flash of a brown ponytail. Kara! I let out a sigh of relief. It's just Zack and Kara. Oh, hey guys! I try to like act overly happy, right, to compensate for the fact that I feel fucked as hell right now. I don't want them to know anything about this, right? I'm pretty sure Leanna kind of wants to keep it a secret too. Oh man. Zack nods.
Hey.
Hey man. I notice a few more scratches on his neck and collarbone again. Damn, Kara! She's a wild, wild girl! Kara seems to be in her usual chipper mood. A bit too chipper. What the hell were they up to, huh? What kind of crazy adventures did they have in their bedroom last night? Or the entire day, or whatever. If Zax's wild hair and marks didn't indicate what happened yesterday, Kara's smirk sure does. A slow smile tugs at my mouth. Well, at least their relationship is going well, right? Hey, Zach. I never saw you again last night. Zach blinks. Yeah, and where were you sleeping, huh?
What?
I really missed you. You never came home.
Sorry, he was a bit tied up last night.
Oh, exclamation mark rope. None of that, Kara. Are you trying to get my YouTube banned again? Fuck this shit. Kara, no tied up, no rope. His face burns red. There's another trail of footsteps coming from behind me. My spine locks.
Greetings.
Hi, Amelia. Greetings. I turn around. Amy's there and Leanna is with her. I notice their arms are full of supplies. They must have gone up early to go shopping. My heart cracks all over again. Just seeing Leanna and being around her. It hurts. Leanna's face burns with a blush.
Oh, hey.
Hi, hey Leanna, how you doing? Hi, hey. Let the awkwardness begin. I really don't know how to act around her. Leanna doesn't seem to know either. She twists her hands and avoids eye contact.
We got all of the supplies, so we don't have to linger here any longer. We can get going.
Okay. I nod. Okay, sounds good. I really don't want to be in this town anymore. Traveling might help take my mind off of things.
Let's get going.
Alright. Kara and Zach blink. They share a look with each other, but don't push it. Do they notice it already?
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of trying to get the hell out of here as fast as possible. We make our way out of the inn. Soon, we find ourselves out of the town and onto a new path. I remain quiet as we travel, immersed in my own swirling thoughts. Leanna avoids my contact, giving me space. Maybe she's trying to be respectful of my feelings, or maybe she just can't stand to look at me. I hope it's not the latter. I don't know which thought is more comforting. They both leave me feeling empty. It doesn't sound comforting at all. Dragging my feet, I lag behind the others, but I just can't seem to muster the energy to keep up. I keep replaying last night in my head. The evening was going perfectly. Until, yeah, that's the weirdest part to me. That it seemed like this perfect day, right? And then it all came crashing down all of a sudden. Like, what the hell? What happened? I sneak a glance at Leanna, who walks beside Amy. She stares straight ahead of her. Her walk looks stiff. It looks like she's not comfortable in her own skin. Because she's not feeling happy about it either, right? This is one of those choices where, like, a choice you feel like you have to make, but it doesn't make you feel good, right? Sometimes you make choices that you think benefit yourself, right? And that's what she's trying to do here, but this is one of those choices where you first have to hurt a bit for it to eventually feel better, right? This is a long-run choice, I guess. Her hair sways with her hips, and I remember how soft it felt tickling my skin. Almost as soft as her touch. My heart tightens, and I shake my head. I can't linger on these thoughts. But I can't ignore how much I want to be near her. Having to hold back is torture. These feelings don't disappear overnight. Yep, I mean, like with every breakup, right? It's first gonna feel like hell before you eventually start feeling better. But that's the thing about break. You always get over it. It just depends on the person and, like, you know, and kind of what you do to try and get over it. But you eventually always get over it. It just takes time. Time is the only thing that heals your broken heart. It sounds cliche, but it's really the truth. It really is. It just takes time. Sometimes longer than other times. Sometimes longer than other people. But it's kind. I hope that that's at least some sort of comforting thing, right? That eventually you'll get over it. Is this as hard for her as it is for me? As night falls, we find a place to camp. We split up camp duties per usual, with Zach and Kara preparing dinner and Leanna and I searching for firewood. We search in silence. I feel like I should say something, but I don't know what. Sometimes I catch Leanna casting glances my way. She looked like she wants to tell me something, but doesn't. Dinner is quiet. We talk, but the conversation quickly trails off. I've barely touched my food, but I just can't eat anymore. After cleanup, I slip away and take a seat alone. The stars shine brightly in the sky, but they just remind me of Leanna. Everything reminds me of Leanna, but she's right there too. The grass rustles behind me. Aw, Pongo is such a good boy. Such a good Pongo, right? Like, despite the fact that he knows, like, we met him, he's the first person we met when we somehow ended up here in Terra, right? And sure, we're close, but like, Pongo sort of usually hangs around. Well, he's not around me all the time, right? Obviously, we're close with each other, but he hangs out with Amy too very often. He hangs out with Leanna occasionally and stuff, right? But like, Pongo knows and feels that like, uh-oh, something's wrong with my boy, Luda. I gotta cheer him up, and he's like coming to me more and more to try and make me feel better, cheer me up. Damn, Pongo. You're a good boy. You're a good friend. The Pongo looks up at me with wide eyes. Hey, Pongo.
Boy.
Aww. He beams at me. I return his smile, but it doesn't reassure him. His face falls. He knows. He's like, oh no, Mommy and Daddy broke up with each other.
Boy.
Sorry, little man. I'm just not in the mood.
Boy.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Pongo. He deflates, then snuggles up to me.
Boy.
Aww. I smile weakly as another voice interrupts.
Hey!
Oh shit, it's Kara. Hi, hey! Kara sits down beside me. She gives the Pongo a short pat. Hey! She pauses, waiting. Then she gently nudges me.
Come on, spill it.
Spill what? Well, yeah, spill what?
Something's got you down. What is it?
I'm fine. I can't remember what happiness feels like. Wow, damn. I don't want to talk about it. Damn, let's not be fucking emo right now, okay? God damn. I don't want to talk about it. I'm fine. It's all fine. They don't need to know I feel nothing. I'm fine. It's all good.
You are very clearly not fine.
Just, I don't know, stomach bug. You know, I'm just feeling a little sick. That's it. I am. You don't have to worry.
Uh-huh. That's why you're out here alone. Moping.
I'm like a dog, you know, when I'm feeling sick, I just go run off on my own in a corner. I'm not alone, exactly. I got Pongo with me. What do you mean alone?
It has something to do with Leanna, doesn't it?
God damn it. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? It was pretty obvious, like, everybody except Amelia probably noticed. What makes you say that?
You guys keep looking at each other and sighing, and you haven't done anything cute today. Obviously something is up.
Yeah? Do I tell her? But she and Leanna are friends too.
Did you two have a fight?
Not even that. We didn't fight, right? That's the weirdest thing. It's not like a fight caused a breakup. Not exactly. Maybe I should just tell her, but I don't want to make things weird. Kara's brows knit.
You didn't break up, did you?
Oh god! Girl, you went straight for it! Ah, she hit the nail on the head, right? That's the saying, the nail on the head. I almost said the hammer on the head, but you don't hit a hammer, you hit with a hammer. I remain quiet, and her eyes widen. Uh-oh.
You two broke up!
No comments, no comments! Reluctantly, I nod. She lets out a long sigh.
Oh no! But you two were so cute together. What happened?
It's complicated. It really is. It just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
Of course it was! You two are perfect for each other. Are you sure you can't work it out?
I mean, I want to. I want to try, but I understand to some extent why Leanna did what she did. It doesn't make me feel good. Hell, it doesn't make her feel good, but fuck, you know? It just doesn't make sense. Like Leanna said, I'm going to have to go home to my family and friends. And it's not like Leanna can come with me. She has her life here. I mean, that's the thing about our relationship, right? Like, it is unlike any other normal relationship here on Earth, just because we're here in this different world, right? Like, there's always We came here we didn't even know how we came here, right? We just somehow ended up here. It's not like if we had a way to go to Terra and to Earth and then back and forth, right? If we had a way to do that, then like it's similar like a long distance relationship or living abroad or something, right? Then you can easily travel back and forth. But that's the thing, like we just somehow ended up here. If I ever decide to go back, I can't. I probably won't be able to come back to Terra. Vice versa, right? If I decide to stay here, then I mean I feel like that might be a choice that I always have. If it does, because that's the thing we're looking for now, right? The power for me to open up a portal to go back to Earth, or to go back to home, right? So even if I decide to stay on Terra, I'll probably have the option to go home if it works at some point, right? I'll always have that in my back pocket, but it's a one-way trip, right? That's what I'm saying. So if I decide to go back to Earth, and for example, like me and Leanna are confident and like we want to stay together, and maybe she wants to come back to Earth with me, for example, right? That means that she's leaving her family behind here on Terra and possibly never come back here. So it's just this thing about it being a kind of probably permanent one-way trip if we ever decide to go back and whatnot. And one of us is always going to sort of leave their family behind. One of us is always going to have to make the sacrifice to leave their family behind, and that just sucks. And that's a feeling that Leanna can't live with, which is the reason why she broke up with me, because she doesn't want to be the reason for me to stay here and leave my family behind. So it's very unique, strange, different circumstances that is very, very... I'm not even sure if you can compare it to anything in like the real world, real life for us, right? But it's very, very strange and very fucked up too, because I feel like there's no ideal solution, right? Someone's gonna feel sad to some extent at the very least. There isn't a choice that makes everyone happy. But that's life in most cases, right? No choice makes every person happy, I'd say. But hey, that's just how it is. Sometimes, mostly, actually. Oh man. Yep. Kara sighs deeply. She looks frustrated but understanding.
You do have a point. But that still sucks.
Yeah, it does. She faces me, her expression soft.
Seriously though, I'm sorry you're going through this. I get that you want your space right now, and I'll give it to you. But if you ever do want to talk, I'm all ears.
Oh, thanks, Kara. That means a lot. Thanks. She gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze. Ooh, Kara squeezed me. Wait, not the time to be thinking about this now, Luda. What the fuck you doing? Before pushing herself to her feet. Without a word, she rejoins the group. I shift positions and feel the Pongo stir beside me. He blinks up at me and cocks his head. Oh, did you hear all that too? Of course Pongo's right here. He's like, I heard all of that. Yeah. It's better to have loved though. Don't make my mistake. I mean, I kind of spoke about this earlier, right? And I've been through, like, I've had a couple relationships. I've gone through breakups too, right? And at the end, I feel like even though breakups suck, you know, and even though if you learn something from the experience, right? Even if you break up, whether it's a good or bad way or whatever, you grow as a person. You learn from the experience in general. You have happy memories from them that, you know, even if they were mistakes, you learn from those mistakes, or if they were all happy, then you have good memories, right? To fondly look back on at times, maybe. In general, I'm just like of the thought that it's better to have loved than not at all. But don't let this scare you. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Yep. Although it's very hard, I'll admit that it's very hard to think that way, like, just after a breakup, right? It's really hard because then you're hurting, then you're in pain. Of course, that's not at that moment when you're in pain and after you just broke up. You're not just gonna think, well, at least I loved, right? Of course, I understand that a lot of people, myself to some extent included, after you just broke up with someone, then of course you're gonna be like, I wish I never, why do I have to be in pain? I wish we never were in a relationship. But I feel like after time, that's the kind of the most healthy way to look at the relationship then, I guess, you know, or your past relationship. Or maybe that's just me, my way of thinking of life or relationships. I don't fucking know. He cocks his head to the side. So, Pongo, if you ever find a pink Pongo, just go for it, boy. Just go for it. Just, you know, remember the tip from earlier. Not too lewd too early. I look back out to at the stars. Suddenly, the Pongo bounds away towards the camp. I must have scared him off. No, he's like, oh, that's good advice. I'm searching for the pink Pongo right now. I sigh and lean back on my elbows. After a few minutes, the Pongo returns, a crystal in his mouth. He drops it in my lap, then nudges my hand, urging me to pick it up. Aww! What's this? I turn the crystal around in my hand. It's my old wind crystal I gave him when he was upset about that girl Pongo. Yep, I thought it was that like, you know, it's like, sort of like a pet, right? Like, I've seen sort of gifts where like parents, what the fuck? Where a pet can notice that their owner is sort of upset, and then they sort of give them like their toy. They sort of, Pongo was giving me that crystal because I gave it to him to cheer him up, and now he's like, I gotta cheer up Luda, I gotta cheer him up, and then he gives me the crystal back. He's like, this cheered me up, I'm sure this will cheer you up too. And even though it maybe doesn't, the gesture, just the gesture alone is so sweet. Thank you, Pongo. Realization dawns on me. I gave him a crystal when he was upset over a girl, and now that I'm upset over a girl, he's giving me the crystal back. The Pongo watches me expectantly. Aw, this is yours though? You the best, Pongo? This can't be fixed with a crystal. Just the fact that Pongo did this, right, for us, and the fact that he even thought about this and his whole gesture. You the best, Pongo, for sure. I laugh and scoop the Pongo up into a hug. Thanks, buddy. You've definitely cheered me up. Oh, Pongo. The Pongo beams and snuggles against me. As the evening wears on and a campfire dies down, Leanna gently approaches me. I look up as she stands awkwardly beside me. Uh-oh. Are we like gonna talk or...
Hey.
Hi, Leanna. Hey. There's a pause as I wait for her to fill the silence.
How are you doing?
Oh god, she's come to check up on me? I kind of hate that. It sort of seems like she's pitying me or something, right? Her eyes are full of concern as she twists her hands nervously. I understand why it had to be done. Why do you care? Okay, I guess. I noticed that there's like usually 3 options when after sort of this whole relationship came to an end with Leanna, right? There's sort of 3 ways you could react to it. Either just to be in the middle, which would be this choice, right? To sort of be maybe conflicted, a little sad, little understanding, right? And then you have the choice of actually sort of being angry and upset and like, why do you care? Like, I'm not telling you, fuck you, like sort of be, yeah, mad, right? Mad about it. Or just to be the other choice, this one, where you are completely understanding. And I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I am, but that's because that's how I usually am when it comes to these games, right? Because I just have the freedom to think about this shit. Because I'm not really going through it myself emotionally. I mean, I am to some extent, right? Because I try to put myself in the position of the main character that you play in these stories, but to some extent there's a distance as well, right, when you're playing the game. So yeah, like I said, I kind of understand why it had to be done and why she did it. I give her a sad smile. It's just fucked up that it had to come down to this, but hey, I've had some time to really think, and I'll be okay. I understand why you did what you did. I mean, I understand it. I'm not happy about it, and I'm really fucking sad about it, and I wish it would go any other way, but I just understand, I guess. She matches my smile, but I can see the sadness in her eyes.
It's hard. I still care about you.
Of course, I care about you too. I know. I can tell that this is hurting Leanna too. I know things are different between us now, but I also believe we can move past it and remain friends. Were you looking for me or something?
Oh, it's just that it's getting late, and the rest of us are going to go to sleep. Maybe you should come back and get some rest too.
Okay. I nod. The Pongo sits on my shoulder as I push myself to my feet. Together with Leanna, we return to camp. I roll my bedroll and lie down. I feel the Pongo cuddle against me as I close my eyes, and after a while, my thoughts quiet, and I finally drift asleep. Oh man. This was not... I don't know. It's getting really awkward, man. I mean, I feel like it was a little awkward. We're like, you know, it's getting a little better, but still, just... This is not what I had in mind for, like, the final episode, right? This is not what I thought was going to happen. God damn it. It just feels really weird to me. The next morning, we get up bright and early. Everyone seems to be in a more serious mood as we clean up camp. We're getting really close to the Shadow Temple, and the weight of what we might find there weighs on all of us. After we pack up, we continue on towards the Shadow Temple. The sky is clear and beautiful, but the sun is hot. It seems to beat on the back of our necks. The path is dusty, the sand pristine, but hard to walk in. After all, I realize I'm getting desperately thirsty. Oh yeah, gotta take that water. I take a swig from my canteen. Thankful we packed before heading out. I wonder how Zack can manage to keep his trench coat on this whole time. Yeah, dude, isn't that freaking hot as hell? Even Leanna looks a little stuffy in her armor. Kara is the only one who doesn't seem bothered by the weather. Of course, she's got a lot of places where just, you know, wind can flow through. After what seems to be forever, we come across a temple ruin into the night. Oh damn. The stones are charcoal gray. It seems to be humming with a deep, old magic. This place looks familiar though, doesn't it? Isn't it like the 3rd episode or something? With this place, or this background image at least, looks very similar. I can feel it from here. Something fizzy and crackling. A type of energy that settles deep within my bones without having to even enter.
This is it.
Are we here? We're at the location? The Shadow Temple? Leanna nods.
Yeah.
Kara grips her knives.
It's probably best we all stay close. We don't know where we're going to find Void. Or whatever else we might find in there.
Leanna draws her sword. Her manipulator already gives off a faint glow. I ready my sword as well.
Right. Let's get going. Everyone, stay close.
Alright. We nod and together enter the temple. Whew, in we go. The temple is surprisingly dark and cool. There's a gentle, moaning breeze coming from somewhere. Are you sure it's the breeze that's moaning? It wisps around the back of my neck like the lips of a ghost. A shiver runs down the length of me. I'm unsure if I should be thankful or frightened. How is this place so cold when it's located in a desert? Damn. This background though. The walls are gray and edged with glowing lime green symbols. The stones here look rough and uneven, but the ground is dry and clear of any sand. The only sound are the hammering of my heart and the crunch of our boots against stone. We stumble through the dark, taking small steps, fearful that we could turn a corner and stumble across Void at any minute. We keep inching forward. After what feels like an eternity, we stumble across an open area inside the temple. Leanna frowns.
This is strange. No one is here.
Kara keeps her voice low. I mean, we expected Void to kind of be here, right?
Maybe they're deeper inside the temple somewhere.
Gotta go deeper. Leanna's brows furrow.
Maybe.
That's what she said.
I just feel like we would have heard them, or seen them by now.
Or like, you know, that maybe someone was on guard at the entrance of the temple or something like that. Zax's jaw clenches.
This could be a trap.
I almost wanted to say, if anyone knows about traps, then I mean Kara actually, right? Not those traps, guys. Come on, chill out. A chill runs down my spine.
If that is the case, it does us no good to stay in one place. It is best to move on and see if we can find Void, or the Shadow Elemental.
The others agree.
Right. Now let's keep going.
Alright. Our footsteps echo in the quiet. Zack leads the way with his guard up. Kara stays close to him, with Leanna and Amelia walking side by side. I take another step. The temple seems to be getting darker as shadows crawl at my feet. I squint as the light grows fainter and fainter, then the shadows grow longer and longer.
Be careful.
Leanna's voice sounds far away, but she was right next to me a minute ago. Damn, did she just like run back? Leanna? My voice feels flat and dull against the emptiness. No echoes resound. In fact, I can't even hear my friend's footsteps anymore as the shadows thicken in the air. Uh-oh. I kinda got a bad feeling about this. Soon, the darkness overtakes me and I stumble, my hands out in front of me. Amy? Do you think you can light us a fire? What, why? Dude, what the fuck? Can't we use fire magic ourselves? Why are we asking Amy this? I'm met with silence. Amy? Glancing around, I'm surrounded by total darkness with no signs of my friends. Only a black abyss looms in front of me. I feel the tightness as the shadows squeeze closer to me. I close my eyes as I feel the whisper of a breath on the back of my neck. Then suddenly, it stops. Wait, what? The library is far more quiet than I would have expected at this time of night. What? The only sound is the gentle hum of the air conditioner. Wait, this is the library of the very... What? Whoa, that was too close. What the fuck is happening right now? I blink my eyes wide open, then I stifle a yawn as I stretch to wake myself up. Were you telling me that this was all a dream? Was this all a dream or something? Now we woke up and we're back in the library? No, right? Focus, focus! Finals are just around the corner, so I can't afford to slack off. I don't know if this like... I mean, I played Crystalline when the first demo of episode 1, when it was still on Kickstarter, right? When it all just first came out. I played it then, so I can't remember like the text anymore from the first episode, but like, is this exactly the same or not? Or, like, fuck! I don't know what's happening right now. All I know is that this image looks really, really familiar, right? It's the library image that was also used in Ace Academy. I hate myself for not having those videos anymore, or rather I hate YouTube for it as well. But god damn, like, what does this mean? Either we somehow ended back here, maybe because it was a dream and we just woke up, or we went back, or I don't know what just happened. The fuck? It could just be that we also went back, right? That, I don't know, somehow being at the Shadow Temple just made us come back here to Earth? I don't know. Glancing around me, I notice that I'm the only person left in the study cubicles. This text seems really familiar. It is getting pretty late. I'll go back to the dorms as soon as I finish this last chapter. I flip through the book. Only a few more pages to go. I can do this! Stealing my resolve, I refocus on my textbook. The words on the books blur together as my eyelids grow heavy. What the fuck is happening now? I actually kinda got goosebumps. I fight to keep my eyes open, but my lids continue to droop. I'll just let them rest for a second. Something jerks me awake and my eyes blink open. A bright light illuminates the room, blinding me until all I can see is a stark whiteness. I throw my arm over my eyes to shield it from the light. Whew. Whoa, 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 too bright. After a few seconds pass, the light seems to dim, but it doesn't feel like the same fluorescent glow of the library bulbs. What is this? Carefully, I unwind and bring my arm down, squinting at a pale blue sky. This seems really familiar. A mild breeze tussles my hair. Blades of grass tickle my neck as they wave in the wind. Where am I? I'm about to push myself up off the ground when something pops into view. A round, blue blob with two dark eyes blinks at me. No way! Isn't this exactly the same? Right? Like I said, it's been a while since I last played episode 1, but I feel like this is exactly the same as how episode 1 went. What does this mean? Did we go back in time? Are we replaying the game again? What the fuck is happening? Is this a bug? Nah, it can't be a bug. Is it a bug? I mean, wouldn't it be fucked if this is just a bug at like a sub point in the story where episode 5 is actually supposed to continue? It just somehow restarts the game? No, right? Because then you're supposed to enter your name too. God damn it, what the fuck does this mean? I got so many questions. What is this guy look kind of familiar? Wait, he looks familiar? So we do recognize Pongo. No. Oh, that smile. That smile on his face. Wait, does that mean that Pongo does recognize me? When it notices my stare, it opens its small mouth and takes a dainty bite out of my nose. Hey! At least our name was still the same, so I don't think this is a bug then. The creature's bite doesn't sting, but feels like a cool splash of water. Before I can take another, I scramble to my feet. The creature tumbles off of my head and falls to the ground. Once it lands, it shakes itself off with a gelatinous tremble, clearly unfazed.
Boy!
Pongo. See, this is what happened when we first came here. We met Pongo, or rather he just woke us up. This is exactly the same, right? It hops onto my feet and opens its mouth again, but I quickly shake it off. It rolls off my foot and into the dirt, then rights itself again. And I'm pretty sure not soon after, or very soon after, we meet Leanna, right? Where she's just kind of lying on the ground like, hey, sailor. Well, okay, she doesn't say that, but...
Boy!
It pouts and continues to watch me, but doesn't attempt another bite. Pongo? So we do recognize him, okay?
Boy?
So we didn't go back in... I mean, okay, maybe we've gone back in time, but our memories aren't altered, right? It's not like we went back in time and then we forgot everything, or maybe the word. Okay, let me say this differently. We personally may have gone back in time, but we retained our memories, probably. Or another possibility that could happen, right, is that the whole world somehow goes back in time, and that's when we wouldn't have our memories anymore, right? Therefore, I feel like it's probably the first that somehow we're the only ones that went back in time. So we remember everything that happened before this. Therefore, that's why we recognize Pongo and actually called him Pongo too, I guess, right? I take in a scattering of trees around me. Their tall branches kiss the sky. There's a winding dirt trail which weaves through the tree. As I follow it with my gaze, I see smoke billowing out of a thatched roofs of a village in the far distance. Where the hell am I? The last thing I remember is... What do we remember? I glance down at the blue creature. What? And my response, it leaps up.
Boy!
Hey, Pongo! Does it recognize me too? No, right? Whoa! The Pongo jumps higher than I remember. It startles me and I instinctively step back. I don't notice the other person until too late. Ah! We painfully collide and I lose my balance before toppling over. Leanna! Fortunately, my hands catch myself, protecting my fall. When I open my eyes, I see a woman. Her eyes are scrunched shut and her mouth is twisted in a grimace. Her long blonde hair is splayed out around her. Oh god. This looks really familiar, yeah? I mean, this is pretty much exactly the same though, right? I remember one choice though, something about like a wet dream, right? In the very beginning. It would have been so much better if I remembered like the entire text of episode 1 and therefore I could notice if anything was different in the text or not. God damn it. As she lets out a small groan, she blinks open her eyes and fixes her gaze on me. Wait, she looks familiar. This girl, I know her. Yes, okay, so that we know that for certain now. We recognize Pongo, we recognize Leanna. Wait, Leanna? She blinks.
What?
And she doesn't know who I am, right? I have an uneasy feeling in my stomach. Something about her. Something that happened. Why do I feel like someone punched me in the gut? Remember the last time we saw her, she dumped us?
Get off me!
Whoa, 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 girl! Huh? A flash of blue light stings my eyes. Suddenly, I'm shoved off with a roaring wind. It groans and shoves me backwards onto the ground. Ow! Leanna scrambles to her feet. She draws her sword. Whoa, 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 girl, chill out. Leanna, what are you doing? Her eyes narrow. She's like, how do you know my name?
How do you know my name?
See? What? Confusion washes over me. Of course we don't realize that we kind of went back in time or something. But what are you saying? For some reason, my heart clenches. Something about Leanna seems painful, but I can't put my finger on why that is. So we don't remember everything exactly, apparently. We don't seem to remember that she broke our heart or that she dumped us or that we broke up, you know, the last time we saw each other. But we do recognize her. So there are some parts, vague parts, that we took with us or that we remember from before. My stomach squirms. I rise to my feet. You don't remember me? Leanna doesn't answer. She watches me, her gaze cool and guarded. I shift under her stare. I glance around the place. It looks like I'm in a meadow. Hey, where are we? Her defense stays up.
What do you mean, where are we?
Something just feels off. Maybe you can show me the way to the... I try to remember. God, where did she take me before? She led me somewhere, didn't she? The Mage Academy. Can you take me there? I'm not sure where it is anymore.
Get away from me, you creep!
Whoa! What? I'm not even doing anything creepy. I'm fine with being called a creep if I do something creepy. That's fine. I'm totally doing nothing worthy of being called a creep this time, though. So that's totally uncalled for, Leanna. What the hell? Horror washes over me. What? She spins on her heel with a whirl of blonde hair and dashes away. God damn it, she runs away! Well, this definitely didn't happen like this last time. Nope. What? Wait! But it's no use. She doesn't stop. This isn't right. This isn't how I remember things going. Something is off. It has to be. But I glance around. Why does this feel like this sort of feels like we're getting a second chance, right? Sometimes, I mean, I feel like I personally don't think it's a healthy way to think whenever you sort of quote-unquote make mistakes in life, right? But I feel like it's a natural thought. Every single one of us have thought at one point, right? Where after you sort of make a mistake and know the repercussions of it, or like, you know, the bad effects that happen because of it, that some part of you sort of wishes like, oh god, if only I could go back in time somehow, then I would choose or do something differently, right? I feel like it's a very natural thought to have. However, I don't think it's very healthy because it literally doesn't solve anything, because it's impossible, right? In real life, at least, at the moment, it's impossible for us to do such a thing. So it's no point, at least how I think about it, to think that way, right? Or to even think about wanting to go back in time or whatever, because you can't do it, so why even think about it? But it feels like we're actually getting that chance now in this game. We're literally sort of like, I don't know, maybe we fucked up somehow before, right? We made a bad choice. If only I could go back to that point in time, then I would do something differently. Well, here we go, right? Maybe we can somehow, quote-unquote, fix, although it wasn't even broken, it was just the circumstances, which hasn't even changed here. So, things don't even change with Leanna. As excited as I was earlier about like, yes, I get a second chance, but like, the circumstances literally hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten worse, because now, in this point in time, in this timeline or whatever, right? Leanna doesn't even know us. Leanna doesn't even like us. She doesn't even care about us in this timeline. So this one is actually even worse at the moment. We could still make her fall in love with us though, but that's still gonna cost a lot of time. God damn it. Oh well. Let's see how this is gonna work out. God, this is really strange. It's just like, I mean, who the fuck expected this to happen? I don't even know why it's happening. How it happened. What? Where am I? Meadow Hill, Illumia, Brazada. I think this is Meadow Hill, right? This is definitely not Illumia Brazada, so it's gotta be Meadow Hill. Yeah, this place was called Meadow Hill. It looks the same, but somehow it still feels so different. After Meadow Hill, Leanna led me to the Mage Academy where Zach and Amy joined our group, but Kara joined us somewhere else. Where was that? Ah, shit. She joined us in Ember Mist, right? Why does this feel like a quiz? This feels like a fucking quiz, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure that right after this, we went to Ember Mist because that was the so-called hidden town and some people didn't even believe it existed, right? And that's where Kara joined us, because there was like this old man, and Kara led us to like the fire temple, I think, right? So I feel like it's Ember Mist. Yeah, Ember Mist. That was it. She helped us through the fire temple. I remember, like I said, sometimes I have a terrible short-term memory, and I have a very strange memory too, where I'm very selective with what I remember and what I don't, although I have no choice over what I remember and what I don't. Like, it's literally just random what I don't and do remember. But this is what I do remember, at least. So it's important. Thank God, I fucking aced this quiz. As we've been traveling together for a long time. And we've been traveling together. But I can't shake this feeling that something significant happened recently. Where did we all last go together? Together last? It was Mejo, right? Mihu. That's right. The city outside of Havengard. Where Leanna... Oh god, it's coming back to us. Yep. My mind freezes. Where she broke up with me. Oh god. Maybe this was something that was better for us not to remember, right? It feels like I was just punched in the gut again. Oh god. All of this isn't right. Leanna and I, we were together. We aren't strangers. This place, it can't be the real Meadow Hill. This can't be the real Azaria. As soon as that last thought passes through my head, the sky cracks. A shimmer of warmth rushes into Meadow Hill, and it floods with white lights. Did someone cast like a spell on me? I cringe and shield my eyes with my hands. Was this like an illusion? I jerk awake. The light is gone.
Boy.
Pongo, poi, poi poi. Huh? I can feel the Pongo resting on my chest, but he just looks like a blurry blue blob. I blink rapidly, forcing my vision to refocus. The Pongo's eyes shimmer with tears. Okay, so we're back here. Whoa, what the fuck? So we didn't go back in time? We just dreamt about returning back to Terra? Or going back to the very beginning of the game? Or the adventure, the journey? What? Oh god!
Boy.
Pongo! He nudges my cheek as if trying to wake me. Boy. His little voice is tinged with distress. Yeah, you can tell he's very worried. Hey, it's alright. I'm okay. The Pongo perks up at my voice. I reach out and pet the top of his head. Hey, it's okay.
Boy.
Aw, he sounds so sad. He wobbles underneath my touch. I feel him start to relax. He hops onto my shoulder, snuggling close to my neck. I force myself to stand. The room sways a little. It takes me a full minute to realize that I'm back at the Shadow Temple. Hey, what the hell happened here? I groan and rub the back of my head. What was that? I feel the Pongo shrug.
Boy.
Maybe it was just something that happened to me? So you didn't see any of that? Yeah, it seems like it's something that only... Because, we suddenly didn't hear our friends anymore, and suddenly it felt like all the noise got deafened, and I don't know, maybe we just randomly blacked out or something. He blinks.
Boy.
Apparently not. Was it all just a dream? I look around. Where the hell did the others go? I blink away the rest of the blurriness from my vision and see the others are sprawled out across the floor. My stomach lurches with alarm. Wait, what? They're on the floor? What happened? Are they hurt? Leanna is the closest to me. I stumble as I rush over to her. Leanna? I reach out, attempting to shake her awake. As soon as I touch her, the same blinding light explodes in my vision. I flinch, squeezing my eyes shut. Then, slowly the light begins to fade. What's happening right now? Huh? I open my eyes. What the fuck? Isn't this Leanna's home? We're all seated at the table for breakfast. The tension is taut in the air. This was earlier this episode.
Oh, spare me the theatrics.
What?
How could this be your dream?
What?
Don't you realize how dangerous it is to be a Mage-Knight?
What the fuck is happening right now? Honestly, what the hell is happening? Suddenly this triggered this memory? Us touching Leanna somehow triggered this earlier moment, right?
Yes, I do realize that. I live it every day. But at least, as a Mage Knight, I'm well equipped to take care of myself. I've been trained to handle danger.
He shakes his head.
You can't be prepared for every circumstance. What if you get ambushed, outnumbered, or overwhelmed in battle? What if your teammates fall and you're the only one left?
It's part of the job.
So what if that does happen? How can we live life based on hypotheticals? What if I became ill? What if I couldn't bear children? Would you still force me to get married? But if those things happened, I wouldn't be able to fulfill my duty as a lady in the House of Dawn. Then what?
Checkmate, father. Her father scowls and waves a hand dismissively.
That's not the same. Those are all based on chance. You aren't throwing yourself into situations which would allow those things to occur. As a Mage-Knight, you're walking into those scenarios every day.
Leanna points a finger at Leon. Her voice is shrill as she tries to keep her composure.
What about Leo then? He's a Mage-Knight who walks into danger every day. Why aren't you worried about him?
Because it's his responsibility to serve and protect as a man in the House of Dawn.
For once, Leanna is speechless. Silence settles over the table like a heavy blanket. Her mother stares at her lap, as still as a statue. Leon opens and closes his mouth, as if he wants to speak but can't find the words to say. Her father nods. How long is this gonna continue for? God damn.
Now that you've come to your senses, we can discuss the details of the engagement.
Nope, fuck you, Dad.
No.
Hell yeah. At least she hasn't, like, imagine if she suddenly, like, said, like, okay, you're right, Dad, I'm gonna marry you to fucking, what was his name, Robert or something? I don't even know his goddamn fucking name anymore. The rage returns to her father's face.
How many times must we go round in this endless game? When will you accept your responsibility as a lady in the House of Dawn?
Never! Leanna's voice is scarily calm.
If this is what it takes to be a Dawn, then I don't want to be a Dawn anymore.
Bam, and she runs off. Then her parents laugh. Wait, they laugh?
Fine.
Why are they laughing? Fine? Shock spreads across Leanna's face. This is not what happened last time. The father's okay with it?
What?
He shrugs.
If you refuse to fulfill your responsibility as a Dawn, then you have no right to call yourself a Dawn.
What the fuck? Okay, this is different. Your father would never say that. Yeah, he would never say that. None of this is right. Her father was mortified when Leanna suggested throwing away her family name before. Why does this all feel like a test or something? Right? Like this is sort of a mental test to see if I'm strong enough? Maybe, like, some of the spirits, the elementals did this, right? When I sort of visited the shrine. This is the last shrine, the Shadow Shrine or Shadow Temple, right? Like, maybe the Shadow Elementals, like, putting me to the ultimate test to see whether or not I'm worthy? And like, they're trying to sort of test me mentally as well? Because why else would this be happening, right? You feel like this should only occur or should be happening, or is only possible probably because of magic, right? Or some sort of weird spell or hypnosis, or I don't even know, some shit, weird shit like that, right? Like, this is strange that somehow we're going back to past memories, but some things have altered and changed. And not even in a worse way, right? Leanna, that isn't your father.
What?
Like, this just seems like illusions. It all just seems like illusions. She looks around. Can she hear me? And that's the thing, right? I feel like the moment we realize that this is an illusion and this isn't real, that's when it breaks. Because I'm pretty sure, mark my word, this is gonna end in the same way. Like, the sky is gonna glow again or break again, and then, like, boom, we're gonna be back at the Shadow Temple. I try raising my voice. Think about it. Your father would never say something like that. She freezes. Yes, she can hear me. Don't you think all of this is strange? Her head turns in the direction of my voice, but I don't think she can see me.
Leanna, are you listening to me?
She turns to face him. Her posture becomes straighter.
I understand now.
She shakes her head.
I understand now. You are not my family. My father would never say something like that.
Yeah, Leanna realizes too. Just like before, there's another blinding flashlight. See, there it is! It engulfs the room until it burns my eyes to keep burns my eyes too much to keep them open. I cringe, shielding my face. After a few moments, I feel the light slowly begin to fade.